Okay, so out-of-scope work. Out-of-scope work can cost your business thousands of dollars annually. So to recognize it, we recommend referring to your initial project agreement, track project progress over time, and watch for common phrases clients use. Understanding what constitutes out-of-scope work is the first step in identifying it. Scope creep can vary by industry. For example, in accounting services, it might include clients asking for tax advice not covered in the initial agreement, while in financial consulting, it could involve business clients seeking personal finance advice. So manage scope creep by ensuring your contracts are detailed and documenting scope change conversations to keep both you and the client aligned. However, if you have to bill for out-of-scope services, we have you covered. So you no longer need to leave any money on the table. You can make sure you collect all outstanding charges without having to send another proposal. And we're often asked, when should one use instant bill versus sending a proposal? So instant bill is really great when your client has unexpected out-of-scope or ad hoc work that appears. You need to bill your client any once-off fees like catch-up work, fees pre-existing payments or debt. You accidentally forgot to include service on their proposal, which happens all the time, or something where you don't need permission from your client to collect payment. So I'll demo instant bill in just a second, but let's talk about service edits first. So if something has changed on your initial agreement, you may not need to send another proposal. Our service edits feature will allow you to edit an existing accepted proposal without needing a signature again. So when should you use service edits? Service edits are great, another great example of how to make changes after a proposal has already been signed. Some good use case scenarios would be if you need to update the scope, pricing, or bill date of a particular service. Is there an end date to billing on your current proposal? Does that need to change? You can adjust your current proposal to have your service bill indefinitely or have the billing end after a certain amount of time. So let's take a look at this. All right, let's start with service edits first. So we have my client here, Bayside Club, and I've been doing bookkeeping and payroll for Bayside Club for quite some time. So if I go into services, there are my current ongoing services. But recently, Bayside has hired a bunch more staff, and I need to start charging them more for payroll. So instead of sending them a new engagement, I can use service edits to make this change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the payroll service and click edit at the top right. And now there's my so this is my existing service, and I'm going to swap it for the next level. So if I search for payroll, here's my next level. There we go. And it autofills from the library with the new price. The existing billing schedule stays the same. And then at the bottom here, I can notify the client of said changes or not. All right. And then just follow the prompts. And that's it. So now, instead of having to send a whole new proposal, I just quickly adjusted my payroll and I'm now charging more in just a matter of clicks. For instant bill, I'm going to show you two different versions. So the first being, let's say, just a quick ad hoc project. My client wanted an extra meeting with me, but we typically only do one meeting a month. I want to make sure that I get paid, so I'm going to use instant bill. Let's use Bayside again. And I already have a meeting set up in my service library. It'll autofill. And since this is an existing client of mine, I already have their payment method on file. Again, like Evan said, if you wanted to make sure that they have them review the invoice, you can have it arranged manually and have them pay the bill that way. Or if everything is okay and they've authorized the charges, you can use the payment method on file. So I'm just going to click next and bill the client. There we go. That was easy. The next example, let's say the same bookkeeping and payroll client that I have, maybe they now want to add financial reporting to their proposal. So instead of creating another proposal for financial reporting, I can just create a recurring instant bill and have that line up with the billing schedule of my bookkeeping and payroll service. So again, I can create an instant bill. You can either create it from the top right here, or because I'm already in Bayside Club's profile, I can just directly start an instant bill. And we're going to add reporting. There it is. And I want to make sure that that lines up with my billing schedule. So I bill for bookkeeping and payroll on the 13th of the month. So I want to make sure that lines up. I selected recurring. There it is on the 13th. If you bill on the 1st, you can make that adjustment. And that's it. Go ahead, bill the client. And now you have another recurring service added. So if I now go into the billing schedule, there they all are: bookkeeping, payroll, and financial and management reporting. That's that.